Good day, Dan Goyette here, Michigan Hypnosis Association. Welcome to episode number 1 of the Hypno Cafe, a casual conversation about hypnosis and hypnotherapy between hypnotists and hypnotherapists. I'm here today with my great guest, Caryn Bird of Win with Hypnosis. How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Dan.
Oh, I am more than happy to have you here. I know we've talked on Facebook every once in a while, and we've met really briefly there at Hypno Thoughts for about 10 seconds because I am the guy that always disappears at Hypno Thoughts, taking my Firemind crew here and there. But I definitely wanted to have you on to talk about sports hypnosis, which is nothing that I know about. I don't know anything about it. So I wanted to start by just saying, how did you get into hypnosis and hypnotherapy? Get that question right out of the way.
All right. That's always a question. Like, it seems so random, and I have a degree in psychology, yet I think I learned about a half a page of what is hypnosis when I was in college and getting my degree, my bachelor's in psychology. So I got into it because of hypnobirthing. I was about to have our third child, and I had heard about hypnobirthing, getting ready for a C-section, and I thought, I'm going to try it. There is something that just resonates with me. Hypnosis, I'll try it, and it was amazing. I learned that we could put ourselves into a self-hypnotic state, which we all know this, right? But I didn't know it. I didn't know anything about hypnosis. And when we do that, we can let our bodies be relaxed and calm and birth the way nature intended. And so after I used that hypnobirthing for our third child, it was a wonderful birth. And the OB said, if you want to teach this, I will endorse you. And that led to then becoming a practitioner in hypnobirthing. And a year later, recognizing the power of our mind, seeing it work in so many women and how our mind really does, it creates a reality, right? So like most of us, we've tried hypnosis, we were a subject of hypnosis, and then of course we see the results and then we get into it. So mine was from hypnobirthing to then becoming a hypnotherapist. And as I did that, I had married a collegiate wrestler, and I had 3 boys that were elite wrestlers at that time and amazing athletes. And my focus became then sports hypnosis, although I didn't claim my niche for way too many years. And you'd read that, I wrote a book on that. But so that's kind of how I got into it.
Excellent. So the sports hypnosis, tell us a little bit about that. I mean, what do you do? I remember my coach in boxing and football was like, he never said anything. All he told me to do was take some basket weaving and win, basically. So I've never had any imagery for sports. Not that I do sports anymore at my age, but
yeah.
So yeah, curious about that.
Well, a little bit about, kind of my story and how this happened. So I started working with clients, and I worked with all clients because most of us that start in this business think we have to be a general hypnotist, and we're afraid to choose a niche, and no one will find us. No one will find me if I'm just a sports hypnotist. So therefore I wanted to be a general and everything. And I was a part-time hypnotherapist and general hypnotist for, I would say, a good 8, maybe even 10 years. And then I recognized that the majority of my clientele, and based on my own experiences with my elite sons and the clientele that was coming into my office, I truly was an expert when it came to working in sports. So at that time, I wrote the book Hypnosis, which is, it's the power of niching for a successful business. And it's my story and then other case studies on why it's so important to pick a niche. About the same time, as I was finishing up the book, I thought to myself, I know what I'm doing here. So I started to write my Attitude of a Champion manual, which is this.
And so, yes.
And yeah, so this is a manual that goes along with the course, because I teach a course globally to hypnotists and hypnotherapists on how to work with athletes, how to be a sports hypnotist, and how to be a performance mindset expert. So at the time, I started writing this course because I had been to the Heartland Hypnosis Conference, which we've been to.
Yes.
And I remember Helen Midas saying to me, you are teaching on sports. You know exactly how to do it. Why are you not creating a protocol or a system to teach other hypnotists and hypnotherapists? Because this is your expertise and you're so good at it. So at that time, I started creating this manual, this Attitude of a Champion mindset training guide. And that took me over a year as I perfected then working with sports and hypnosis. And I created the manual, and then I was like, okay, now what? And at that time then, I hired a business coach, which then helped me to create the course that I offer. So really when I work with athletes, the bottom line is working with any high performer, as you know, and it's getting that high performance mindset, which is the confidence to reach your peak and to do your best. Now, a lot of athletes that come to see us, they aren't necessarily into hypnosis, nor do they know what hypnosis is. Similar to me when I started hypnobirthing, right? The only reason I wanted to be in hypnobirthing was because I wanted to have my baby without a C-section and without drugs. So bottom line, right?
Exactly.
Same with athletes. Same thing. They come in and they could care less that you're a hypnotist or a hypnotherapist. They just want to come in and get more confident and be better at their sport because they know that they physically have everything it takes and they put hundreds of thousands of hours into it, yet they can't quite get that mindset piece, that belief in themselves that's greater than their self-doubt, the confidence to reach what they know their potential is.
Excellent. I don't really have any self-doubt myself. I'm just amazing. So
Love it.
now, have you ever had to pack up and travel with a team? Have they ever said, "Oh, yeah, we're going, but we can't go without Caryn"?
No, not necessarily. Okay. I have seen teams. I do work with teams. I actually have a membership program I offer to teams where they get twice a month, they get video or audio support with mindset training. I also see athletes individually in my office. I do team talks where I'll go in and talk to a team about mindset training and what it is. We talk about, visualizations, affirmations, all those things we do as hypnotists and hypnotherapists.
Oh, yes.
But I've never truly traveled with the team. I do Zoom sessions with some, there's collegiate athletes that are all over the world that will work with me, but I haven't necessarily traveled with them. I think with COVID, right? Things changed.
Yeah. I was thinking about that just the other day, and I thought to myself, man, it would have been, because I think you and I are both, I'm not sure if you're doing the Mid-American or the Australian. I think you were doing one of them. And I thought it would be exciting to fly to Australia, but then they said, no, you can't because of COVID. And I kind of was like, well, that's a bit of a bummer. But I know what you mean. Never thought hypnosis was going to take me to England, and obviously it's taking you all over the world. So that's amazing. And you've been doing it quite a bit longer than I think I have myself, because I didn't start until 2012. So, because I didn't want to go into nursing, and I knew that when I was thinking about, who should I talk to this podcast about? Well, Caryn, clearly, says she is an expert in sports hypnosis. So that's who we wanted on here. Real quick, what is your most difficult athlete to work with? In sports-wise, not per se like football, tennis, basketball. Is there anyone that's any more difficult than another sport?
You mean, is there a sport that's more difficult or a struggle?
A struggle, maybe.
A struggle.
Yeah.
I think when I was first starting out, and this was my own limitations, right? I would have athletes sometimes come in with blocks, whether it was a pitcher that had the yips or a gymnast that couldn't perform their back tuck anymore. Oh. For a while, that was a little difficult for me, but it's truly not difficult. It's, visualizing what does that block look like? How do you get over it? Our minds are so powerful that we create these blocks, just like we create phobias based on a fear. Mm-hmm. And when we can get rid of the fear, the block goes away. So I wouldn't say there is really any athlete that is more difficult than others, because so much of what we do when we work with athletes is mindset training. And it's it's not a lot of emotional stuff. It's rewiring the brain to know that their physical training is at par 100%. And now it's getting that other piece and that confidence and belief. And it's really pretty simple. To me, they're the easiest clients to work with. And the other great thing is they're amazing referrers, because they're not afraid to tell someone that they came to you for sports hypnosis. And especially if they're youth and high school, their parents are telling the entire team. So not only are they sending teammates to you, so they're amazing referrers, they're also saying, hey, if this works for sports, do you work with people for anxiety and weight loss and phobias and right, all those other things we see people for. So I love working with athletes because they really fill our practice.
Excellent. So one question I have to ask is, what is the most memorable client? Can you have one client that just was like such a winner afterwards, you know, or is it maybe seeming like they do better en masse, or is just maybe one guy that you said, I didn't expect that?
Oh gosh. You know, I would say on a maybe monthly basis, probably twice a month, I get beautiful emails from these athletes that say, I can't believe that I had the yips for, you know, a season and a half and it just disappears. I would say some of my most exciting are when I get a swimmer. I've had this happen many times over, is I'll get a swimmer that will set the exact time that they want to swim. So let's say I go the 50 free in 50.05 seconds. I have them set goal times. We do visualizations. We, you know, work through performance blocks and whatever it is. And then a week or two later, getting an email saying, I don't know how I did this. My head was down as I was swimming. I looked up as I won the race, and I got the exact time that we set. And asking, like, how does that happen? And I say, I don't know the science of how it happens. I just know that your mind is that powerful, and our body always responds to our mind. So I love it when I get those emails from, you know, that's just a proof, right? Proof that, yeah, if you said it, once you declare it, you've set the wheels in motion.
Yes, I used to joke with my one psychology professor about that. The mind sees, the body does. I used to tell him, I don't know if that works out, because in my mind, I'm married to Megan Fox, but my body hasn't made it over there yet. I'd be like, no, Dan, that's not how it works. But I know exactly what you're talking about, and that is amazing that they would hit that exact time from that visualization. So that's just amazing. And it's probably a testament to your skill as a hypnotherapist that you're able to do that. So, which is really great. But now, as we wrap this up, the most important questions, okay? Cake or pie?
Cake or what?
Cake or pie?
Or pie. Oh, okay. Pie.
Pie? Okay. Cream of the coffee or black?
Cream.
All right. I'm a black guy. So.
Unfortunately.
So, red or white?
Red.
Red? All right. Guinness man. So, and what are you looking forward to in the coming year of your hypnosis practice?
What am I looking forward to personally?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I was just saying that I have actually gotten to a space where, because of my online coaching course that I offer, and I have students, or what I call team members, throughout the world taking the course, that is takes the majority of my time, yet I have more clients probably than I want to work with at the time, because sometimes I end up with these 10 and 12-hour days, and it's a lot. So in the coming year, I am in the space of considering hiring someone to work with me and to see clients. Although the other place, and you probably understand this, is I love to see the results of my clients so much, and it warms my heart so much when I can see how I can move someone from the space they're in to the hopeful space, and the just seeing the changes that we can help them make. That there's this other space to me that's like, I really love seeing my clients. They get really makes me happy. So how do I do it all, right?
Yeah.
So I think that, I know that's kind of where I'm moving is maybe hiring someone to see the athletes because it's more cut and dry. I have the program that is a structured program that I can teach them exactly what I do every step of the way. Because then again, right, we're in that, nobody can do it as good as me. And that's we always think that, right? We're not replaceable. So yeah, that's what's pretty exciting in my world is thinking about hiring someone and continuing to grow the course that I offer, because the best part about it is that I love to see other hypnotists and hypnotherapists be successful. Because I know, like you do, the huge changes we can help people make, the abundance of clients that are out there. There is no lack of clients for any of us. It's just getting out there, right? And
exactly.
Right. And so when I can teach other hypnotists and hypnotherapists to do it and be successful doing it, I love that. So that's, just kind of what I'm building.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank you for joining us today here on the Hypno Cafe. It was great to have you. We want to thank Caryn. Win with hypnosis. Win with hypnosis. So, all right. Thank you guys for joining us. You have a good day. And as always, peace.